Hey. They must not be talking about that.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. Come on in the back of me. Ooh, you see that little hammock chair?
Yeah, that's cute.
That shit look nice.
I told you, them apartments is cute as fuck. I don't care if I live by myself. I'm gonna move across over there. I'm gonna do that. It's fine as fuck.
I like that little balcony, bro. That's decent. That's decent.
That's a nice. It's a
They
nice
can low-key
apartment.
just
And
see
it's
us come
spacious
out
and
and see us.
everything. And they got tall windows. Okay.
Is that the 521
Yeah.
Okay. But that's what the regular people live at. Students don't live that, do they?
You can, but I mean that's just a regular apartment though. It's not a student apartment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Facts. Okay, that's how.
So it's regular tenants and shit.
All right, hey y'all, what's happening? What's popping? It's your girl Justkeja back with another video. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here with a returning guest. I got my girl.
Deja.
Okay, tell her what you do out here.
So basically, I sell hair and I do hair. Check me out, Deluxe Wig Supply, and also the Deja Effect and Adore Deja. Three different
We gonna put you on the screen.
Yeah,
we gonna
yeah,
put you. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah,
gonna be situated. She
yeah.
gonna be situated.
Check me out though.
Check her out. Okay, we back with our little mini mediocre podcast going on. Mini mediocre podcast. I guess you start somewhere, you know. We've been really into like the podcast stuff lately because I feel like me and Dave, we be talking about. Do we not? We talking about.
We do. We're very opinionated.
I'm opinionated as hell. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like that's my
my
first friend that's literally can keep a conversation with me, like a full out and full on. Like,
we be cutting each other off and shit, just be talking.
Yeah, we talk a lot.
We be having to get it off our chest. We be like, hold up, I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm just gonna do it right now. I was gonna say we be having to tell each other like, hold up, okay, let me let you finish.
Yeah, cause we can talk. I love that though, like. Cause I just was saying like I love to talk. I need somebody who can help me talk, bro. When you left that day, when y'all left, you, KJ, and Justin, bro.
Yeah.
I went to be in a room. So I'm like, bro, I just want to talk. I think I got a problem. I'm like, I think I got a problem, bro. I was like, bro, I want to call Deja. She probably sleep. I just want to fucking talk.
Well, low-key, no, I wasn't when we was done. When I went home, I couldn't even go to sleep.
Low-key, you did say you went to sleep late.
Yeah, I couldn't even go to sleep. I probably did. I don't even stay up.
Yeah.
That's like, it's not even like strong or nothing. It don't taste like pop.
Okay.
It tastes water.
It don't look strong. It
tastes like water. When you sit pop out, when you sit pop out and you get like flat, that's how it tastes. It tastes flat. Like
it looked like a juice though. It looked like a fake soda juice.
It's not good.
I assumed that, but
I should have got my water, but it's alright.
You wanna go get it?
I'm gonna get it in a second. I'm not really thirsty right now.
You need to crack that mug open.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Cause I drank my other one, unlike y'all. Look, she still holding on.
I be trying. I always be putting stuff down. I be like, bro, where's
my water?
Yeah, I be.
Because we always be mixing it up. But anyways,
we'll just start drinking everybody water. Shit,
okay.
At this point, I
probably drank somebody water yesterday. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. I know I drank somebody water like the other day because I was just tired of like grabbing one.
How you got that hoodie on, girl?
Honestly, I feel good. It feel good up here. You know, the higher you are, the more cool it is.
And they said it was supposed to rain. It was right. It didn't rain.
Yeah, it didn't rain.
It didn't. We could have stayed out home.
I thought you said yesterday, tomorrow.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow too. Remember when Tamia was saying it was like a 30% chance? And we was like, he said that yesterday.
You know the weather be lying.
Yeah, it do. But it didn't even say that it was supposed to rain till today. But it looked like it was going to because the clouds, but it don't.
When I drop this, I got a lot of videos in the vault, bro.
You do.
You know I have not dropped nothing. You've been in majority of my videos. I'm not gonna lie. You've been in the by the time they seen this, they should have seen the Truth to Drink.
Dang.
We did that. We did another. We did the makeup video and this one. That's all I can think of.
Damn y'all don't get.
And then she not in front of the camera. She been behind the scenes.
Okay.
She been behind the scenes.
Yeah. Okay. Cause
cameraman and all, camerawoman.
Hey, we gotta support our black friends.
Okay. The black community.
Okay. What do you mean?
I know that's right.
Support
them. You supposed to support them before you trying to support these other mugs that's already making. You know what I'm saying?
Support your friends. Period.
Facts.
But let's get into it.
Yeah, we was watching a podcast.
Yeah, which made us want to talk.
Yeah, it made us want to talk because we love to talk. I think we already established that we love to talk. And I feel like Deja is like somebody that I feel like I'm very opinionated to, and like when you bring your opinions in, I be like, damn, I didn't even think of that. I love talking to people.
Yeah,
like
it be like real controversial.
Yeah,
like, you could like think because it's different point of view.
Exactly.
I like that too, though. You definitely show me a different point of view.
Yeah, because we're not always like when we talking, we're not always having a debate. It's it's for the most part, it's a conversation. Because sometimes you can have a conversation with somebody, but
and not agree.
Exactly.
You couldn't agree to disagree.
I think we like-minded to an extent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or we can agree to not agree. It's okay to not side.
Sometimes we just be like, okay, fuck it. You think what you think, I think what I think. I think it's because I'm not an argue. I'm not the type to argue for real. Like I be arguing with y'all, but I really don't be arguing with y'all for real. Like I don't pay y'all no man. I just be saying. Then I'm just like, alright, bro, y'all can have it. I'm over it. I don't care no more. I'm over it. The plan, I don't care to prove it.
Okay.
But we was talking about
me though.
I'm proof.
That's my problem.
Think about me, I'm proof.
That's my problem. I'll work on it.
But we was talking about being a parent. We not a parent. Are you a parent? Got some kids out there.
I don't even got no man to be.
I'm not in a relationship. Okay. I'm not a parent. And we were just talking about facts. We were just talking about I guess generational curses, trauma. Yeah, trauma. Like disciplining your kids.
I guess that's really the question. Like, would you discipline?
Yeah, first question. Would you discipline your kids?
And I kind of was like, I don't really know, but like Keisha had made a point to me and was like, it kind of made me look at things in a different direction, like, and it made me open my mind to like, okay, well, if your child is younger, because I feel like when you first start beating your kids, maybe it's like 5, like a whooping.
I have no idea.
Maybe like 5, 6. I don't really know the age, but they're young in that age field. So it's like, when you think about it, like, why is the first initiative thought when a kid does something wrong is to beat them?
Is to put your hands on them, to spank them,
because your kid doesn't have the amount of strength to protect themselves.
Or the amount of, like, just the thought, they not even fully developed.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, automatically, sometimes kids are just curious. Curiosity kills the cat a lot of the time. But kids are just curious and really wants to dig into things and do this and do that just because they never did it before. And so when they do something bad, why is it that you hit your kids first? And so it made me kind of think like, okay, well maybe I shouldn't beat my kids. But I mean, my parents would beat.
Right, you feel like you turned out fine.
Yeah, but I feel like
you didn't feel like they abused you, they didn't beat you, they just.
I feel like I learned my lesson when I got my little ass.
Right, you agree with the whooping that they gave you.
I mean, I wouldn't say agree every time. But when you reflect on it, it's kind of like, okay, well, I can see why I did it. And I can see why they did it. Yeah, and so it's just kind of like, okay, cool. And I didn't turn out wrong. But when you had mentioned, like, like, well, not everybody's the same. Like, just because you reacted like that off whoopings don't mean your child will react like that off whoopings. Because you don't know what type of self-esteem your child can have. You don't know what type of mentality your child can have. Especially because the person you have your child with, they get some of their characteristics. Yeah. Do you think characteristics is trickle down? Definitely, because I feel like to an extent, because I kind of get some things from my dad that I can point out, things from my mom that I can point out. But is it that because they raised you that you've been around them, or is it their characteristics that actually came into you, or is it that you became, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're a product of your environment. I feel like a kind of a mixture of all of them, to be honest. Like, because I was raised by my parents, but then also like certain things. Well, no, actually no. I don't think it. It's just because what you see and what you learn, honestly, because that's all I see. That's all I see, so that's kind of all I would know to an extent, especially when you're younger. Now, I can think for myself, and so it's like I'm not finna do that if I don't want to, just because my parents did that don't mean I'm gonna do that. Exactly. Right? So it's like, it kind of is. How you feel about that? I don't know. Like, that's kind of hard. I don't really think that characteristics can be. You talking about characteristics? Yeah. I don't feel like characteristics can be passed down. I feel like you just learn from what you see. And kids is like a sponge, and you might not even think that they paying attention to the little
characteristics you are displaying to them, but they really absorb not even just what you say and how you do it, and certain way you think, because they very what is that word? I guess you could say observant, but not that specific word. But I guess you could say observant. They when you no, not observant. Very fucking. But it's like it's like basically when you are new to something, you looking up to somebody else. They new to this world, so they only can go off based off what they see. They very uneducated, I guess you could say. So it's
naive.
Not naive. It's some word, bro. I seen it's on the tip. I know the word, but I just can't say it. But it's basically like they only learning from what they see for the most part. They don't have no choice because you raising them, you around them, you putting them around certain things, whatever the case is. So they're just grabbing from here, there, and you don't even realize it. And I feel like that's just what creates the kid itself. I feel like gene things like such as like bipolarness and shit like that. I feel like that could be passed down. But I feel like for the most part, I don't think character traits is passed down. I think they just learn. I think that's fair. And I can see why people would think that facts. And you wouldn't even realize it. Like, kids are very smart. I feel like people really downplay how smart kids can be.
Especially because they say every time, like, teach your kids to do certain stuff at a young age because they absorb it. So, like, it's good to put your kid in gymnastics when they're younger because
anything they're interested in.
Yeah, because they'll adapt easier
and they're more
brave.
Exactly. We was talking about that. That go into like whooping your kids too, because I feel like I was going into levels of first, when you younger, you feel like shoot, my parents discipline me. I'm definitely disciplining my kids. That's just a thing. That's just, you feel like that's like a tradition, I guess. In our community, it's not okay at all. It's not okay at all. I'm like, this is a thing. Like, you whoop your kids. But then as I get older, I'm like, okay, maybe I might spank my kid here and there. I might whoop them if they really need it. I'm going to try to talk to them as much. You know what I'm saying? But then I just, like, really get to the point where it's like, why would I put my hands on my kid? Such a fragile, you know what I'm saying? Like, creation, and they're not educated. They're very ignorant to a lot of stuff that they do, and it's just like the first thing what we used to. Sometimes you don't really come to this conclusion. You just think, okay, my parents did this to me, I'm gonna do this to them. But it's just like you gotta realize you put your hands on a minor, literally. Because if you did that to anybody else's kid, you would go to jail, and you damn no still go to jail if it's your kid. If you come across the police. But it's like you put your hands on somebody because you're angry that they didn't do something correct, or that they're curious and they get into stuff, and you as yourself, you know what's wrong to get into and what's right to get into, but they don't know that, and they're curious, and with that curiousness they gonna find out what's the touch and what's not the touch. Like I was finna go into something else, but that just made me lose my train of thought. But basically, just it's like, I told Deja, if I was to talk to you and be like, you drink, let's say you drank my joint, Deja not finna let me like whoop her. Like even if I spank her hand, she'll know it's on some like that shit. But like if I was to always put my hands on my friends or just people I care about because they doing something, I like, you're not gonna do that to the next your age younger. So why do it to such a young, fragile man? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I feel like
they didn't ask to be here. Yeah. So it's just like,
I feel like it also trickles down to really like people mindset, but also like to an extent, like it trickles down to like, okay, you shouldn't be beating them when maybe they are curious, or maybe when they don't really know something, or they're naive to it. But a lot of people like, okay, well, they doing something bad. Like, how do you discipline your child? Right. And a lot of people don't know how to discipline their child. They
don't know how to get their child to listen.
Boom, let me smack their ass. So let me hit their hand. This and third. Let me pop them. Because it started off young, because it started with a pop. You know, like when a little kid doing something, or like, don't eat off her plate. Pop, just like that. Like, why are you doing that though? just teach them like, okay, this is not what we do. You don't do that. And you know, you just keep saying it, but after a while, people like, okay, well, I can only say it so many times before I pop them. They need to know, like, this
and
is
that's still not okay.
But why do you do that to dogs though? So why are you doing that to your child?
That's facts. That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's different ways to communicate. Because all you have to do is communicate.
All you gotta do is communicate.
All you gotta do is communicate.
It's so many ways to communicate. You know what I'm saying? So many ways. It's not even just physically. It's so many ways verbally. It's so many ways just like without violence. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like that should be
actually making your kid also, you gotta go into not making your kid feel like they not good enough because they are doing something. Now you giving your kid the silent treatment and shit like that. It's just like, yeah, you disappointed me. I'm gonna tell you that you disappointed me. I'm gonna tell you that I didn't like this, and I'm gonna tell you I'd rather you not do that again. But if you want to do that, just know that
it's consequence.
It's a consequence to your action, and a lot of people don't like to be treated that way. I feel like it's how you go about just how you would want to be treated. Like, you don't want nobody yelling at you because you're not gonna listen. You don't want nobody putting their hands on you because it's just like, is you crazy? You mad that I did this? You putting your hands on me? So you just gotta look at it from a child's perspective, especially if they don't know. It's just like common sense. So let's get into that. Like,
okay, that was like whole other topic.
That should be common sense.
Common sense.
I personally feel like common sense is not common specifically because I feel like common sense is educational purposes. Like, you would be like, Keja, it's common sense not to lean on a rail and the screws look loose, right? You would think that's common sense, but if I don't watch shows, right? Because you will see that on shows, like it's not really real life. It's just like that's the only time you would see somebody leaning on something on a show and they fall over. That's the only time you'll really get educated on that. Like, okay, I remember from the show the screw was loose, they fell over. So, but if you're not educated on no type of ground, no TV, no just personal experience, I don't feel like it's common sense.
For that matter,
it's a way to call that common sense because
I feel like common sense is not common for the simple fact that what's common to you might not be common to you.
Exactly.
And that just really proves your point specifically because I always talk to my dad about it, but I could be saying something about how, well, this is not good for you. And I feel like it's not good for you because this, and this. But if you're not educated on this factor, how would I know that? How is that common to me? How would I know that it's not good for me? Because personally, I just think it's a drink. Everybody else drinking it, so why would I know?
It's a drink. What's wrong with you?
Right, like everybody else doing it, well, I can't do it. So it's just like simple fact that it's common sense is not common because everybody doesn't know everything to a certain extent as the other person or the next person. So it's like, how can I feel like you know what I know and it should be common to you? It's not. It's not a thing.
I feel like that's mostly like the older generation. They really heavy on common sense, and I feel like
I just hate when people say that to me. It really irks my nerves because they try to clap back like, well, that was common sense.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know.
And clearly, if I did, I didn't know.
And if I did, why would I? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's when that's common sense. If I knew, why would I? You feel me? I don't know. That's just me.
Maybe that's just
I don't know. Who knows?
I just hate it. I hate when people say.
I feel like it's common sense. Like, if I'm asking you something, don't make me feel dumb about it. Educate me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we were just talking about that when we was watching Tucson and Ari. She was she like one of them friends that like
that make you feel dumb as hell the way you doing stuff. She like, Tucson, no, what is you talking about? I'm like, she like the type of person that would be like, to treat you because you doing something different or you don't know something. Like, how you don't know that?
And I was just talking stuff about this and I'm steady slipping
it. I want to see how this tastes. Hold on. Sponsor me. Not you.
Look, sponsor me. This is not a paid partnership.
Not bad.
We blurring that out.
It look like it tastes like pineapple, but
it don't though. I was hoping it did because I love pineapple. It just tastes flat, don't it? It don't really have a specific taste. It tastes like flat Mountain Dew to me. In my opinion.
I can see that. It's giving like
it don't have no taste, dude. It just tastes flat.
It tastes like a mixture of things. It tastes like ginger ale with Mountain Dew.
I get ginger ale Mountain Dew.
Ginger ale Mountain Dew.
But it get flat ginger ale Mountain Dew. Like, it don't got
it's more fizzy.
Yeah, it don't get that.
That acid.
You okay?
That soda acid.
But so how you? Let's move to another topic. Mm-hmm. How do you? What? You didn't really answer the question. Like, would you beat your kid?
No, I said I would.
Okay.
Yeah, I said I went into. Yeah, I went into like, I would with my kids. Niggas doing that because
we by a parking lot.
We are outside, and that's why I didn't want to be outside, because these Atlanta cars just always want to be loud. Just it's nobody around, dude. You're like, you don't want to do all that. But I did say I went from I would beat my kids. Beat sound crazy. I would whoop my kids. Beat is a whole different level. That's the same thing, because somebody said on the thing we was watching, they said, and after this we can get off the topic. On the podcast, they said beating your kids is like you getting an object and you hitting them. Ain't a belt an object?
Yeah. And I was telling her that, I'm like, well, shit, I only got my butt beat by a belt and a hand, so I don't know. But then she was like, well, when you think about it, a belt is an object. So I did get beat.
You just used to a belt, so you like objects like motherfuckers grabbing wires and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. No, a belt is object as well, and
a belt is very.
I get a little spanking, a little tap. I won't say beat. I think beat is like damn near domestic violence.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, that's just that on that topic.
I feel like you can side with whatever you decide on.
Yeah, I wouldn't with my kids.
I wouldn't go that route.
Overall.
I feel like I wouldn't go that route, essentially. If it needed to be done, I would just have to reflect on it and maybe like think like, okay,
I feel like
there should be other options.
Yeah, I feel like that should also teach you patience.
Yeah.
Before you should have patience before you have kids as well. But I feel like that also teach you patience. Get your thoughts together before you address your kid about something they pissed you off about, because you automatically mad, you automatically going in with some angry type of intent. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and to speak about that too, like when you putting your hands on your kids and you whooping your kids because they pissed you off or they did something you didn't like, that creates what you say?
A resentment.
To their parents, and that's very true. It creates a resentment,
and that can just bounce off of like a whole nother like situation at hand of them dealing with themselves.
Exactly.
And then how they dealing with people, dealing with you. You
want your kids to come to you about so much, but now they know from the past they made you mad about this, and you put your hands on them. So how they supposed to come to you about anything? And you always yelling at me. You always coming at me with some type of anger.
And just because we reflected, we feel like just because our parents beat us, we can still go to our parents about certain stuff. Don't mean every child feel the same way.
I mean, now as you an adult, it's different when you're an adult, because you feel like I'm grown now. You're not gonna, for the most part, everybody, not everybody, but like you're not gonna beat me no more. I'm grown as hell.
Yeah, I hope you wouldn't try to put your hands.
I be dagging, because I'm hitting back.
I ain't gonna say too much, but I'm just gonna say don't put your hands on me at this grown age.
Nah, facts.
It's very much communication is key.
I can easily trip you. Them knees getting bad. Don't let me kick the knee. Oh boy.
Hey, you gonna get one day you might not want to be putting one of them homes. Now chill out. That's how I feel about it. But,
that's facts though. But I was going with that though. But no, as a kid, I didn't want to go to my parents to a lot of stuff, because I'm just like, they always was, you can talk to me about this and that, but I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable to talk to you about this stuff, because
you steady
just the stuff you done did. Yeah, like that's facts though. I think the best you could do, what also the guy said, he said that his mom is like his homie, his dog, because she was the best teacher ever, and not everybody can be the best teacher.
You gotta be great educated when they have kids.
Exactly. I feel like the best thing you can do with your child is to educate them to the most extent of your knowledge. Like, tell them what's wrong, tell them why you think it's wrong. You gotta make it make sense. You can't just tell me not to drink that pop, because when they say don't push, why shouldn't I push the button? Why shouldn't I push the button? What's going to happen?
I feel like that makes people eager to.
Yes, it makes them eager to do what you tell them not to do. When you don't elaborate on why you shouldn't do it, why it's not okay, or this and that, I feel like that's what makes them more curious.
But you would jump out to other people, would be like, well, it's common sense because they said so.
Exactly, but it's not common sense.
Because just because
maybe it's tricking me. Maybe it's telling me not to do it, but if I press the button, I'm a billionaire.
Okay.
I press the button, do not push, or you will be rich. Who knows? Who knows?
The world may never know. Nah, but I feel like...
Nah, that's crazy, though. Just imagine that.
Yeah.
Do not push.
It is. So the other side to me, though. You never know.
You never know. Until you push the button.
Okay, we're dealing with
that's where common sense comes in. Because if I push the button, and this whole motherfucker will not fall down, but never pushing, no, never, do not touch it.
Very much. Very much accurate.
Yeah, no.
But, okay, so let's move on to another subject.
Facts.
Relationships. Okay. Trickle it down.
Trickle it down.
How do you
That's
feel?
very broad.
Okay,
I need something specific.
How do you feel about like day and age, like dating, just in general? Like, how do you feel about it right
at this age, or just like?
I'm gonna say, let's start with this age.
Okay.
This age, and then we can move into maybe this generation.
Okay.
And then we can move forward. Just where the conversation is.
Okay. So, in my opinion, at this age, me personally, I feel like I'm still young. Like
Cause we ain't even, do they know our age?
We 21.
Yeah,
I'm 21, she 21, yeah.
She made it seem, she said, we 21, like we not 21.
What?
You made it seem like we 21, like we ain't 21.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It probably
we 21.
Like, we is 21. We some 201 babies.
Yeah.
2001.
Yeah.
But, well, at my age, of course, like, I think people try to front on relationships like that's it's not ideal. Like, you don't want somebody that you love, that you really want through thick and thin. They love you unconditionally, all that, right? That's ideal. But being realistically speaking about just like this age and dating, I don't have what I want together.
Yeah.
So it's just like pouring into somebody from an empty cup.
Yeah.
So it's like, and not saying that like I'm toxic or everybody got some healing to do, and I feel like I'm healed to an extent. I still got stuff to work on as a person, but it's just like, yeah, I got a lot of stuff I want to do. I want to, you can build with somebody as a friend. That's why I said if I was to get in a relationship, I would want a friend first. And it's just like, maybe that's too much to ask to be like, oh, I want us to be on the same page as friends while we're building ourselves separately. And that could happen actually. That's my ideal situation. But it's like, I would want somebody to come in my life on the same page as me as we're building separately, but then we will eventually, hopefully, come together and, you know what I'm saying, combine that. You know what I'm saying? But I would rather not date right now because I feel like I got a lot of stuff on my mind that I want to do. And a relationship can really steer you away from your goals and just yourself as a person. You always trying to please this person. You always gotta attend to this person. You going outside, you always gotta keep good communication, keep them reassured that you not doing nothing wrong and this and that. But I'm really just trying to focus on myself. But you think I'm out here trying to be a thought? I'm not worried about a thing out here. But you think I'm in every nigga face, okay? But
that's what so many guys.
That's just crazy, but it's just like
insecure.
Yeah, and I know exactly what I want. Mm-hmm. So it's like if I was to come across what I want today, I would hope. I feel like, and I would rather be their friend first because you would think you know what you want until you actually know them exactly. So I would do my best. Better not come over here. That bitch is don't come up. That motherfucker, he's probably attracted to this light, G. What you think?
And all the lights turned on. Why did the lights turn on?
They did. You got all this environment, bro.
Why do you want to be on this one?
I'm not gonna lie, like you're disturbing like these.
I'm gonna go get my water while he finishes what he was.
Talking about why he finished.
Oh, shorty, I'm the dash on this move. Okay. That motherfucker steady coming low, like okay, bring intermission, y'all. We back.
Commercial.
Just watching that back, that's gonna be funny as fuck.
Nigga on his balcony probably like, what the f*** wrong with they?
Okay, but damn, fuck that.
What was we talking about? I think this episode was good enough.
I feel like we did a lot.
I think we talked about enough stuff, and I think we touched on a lot of like very interesting and important topics.
I feel like this is like topics.
This is only the beginning because we could go on.
Girl, okay, because I will move to another subject,
another topic. You want to have a part two?
Subject. We can
have a part two to this. Like we could keep talking. I can just make a part two.
Okay.
Of this video.